We're going to talk about 6 steps to resolve financial conflicts in marriage. Coming up.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to an all-new edition of the Sunday Night Sit-Down with America's #1 money couple. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Ty, and we're from hisandhermoney.com, where we're managing money, marriage, and everything in between.
The Sunday Night Sit-Down is being brought to you by Audible. Audible.com is a great resource to get audiobooks for those who have less than ideal time available to get reading in. We all know that reading is fundamental and it's a habit of millionaires and billionaires worldwide. So if you're striving to be one of them, you're going to have to start reading. And Audible is a great way for you to do that. You can get a free trial and a free ebook by going to hisandhermoney.com/audible. And of course, we'll have the link down below in the description box. We're glad that you guys are back here for another great edition of the Sunday Night Sit Down. And we're going to be dealing with a tough topic for a lot of people. But it's a real topic, a real thing that's manifested in a lot of people's marriages right now. And that's conflicts around money inside of a marriage. We know that oftentimes this is a thorn in a lot of marriages' sides. I mean, the research is out there that money is one of the #1 reasons that marriages fall apart. And a lot of times it's because of financial conflicts that go unresolved. And we want to help with that area. We've had conflicts around money in our marriage, and we've worked through them, and we've gotten to the other side, and we want you to do the same as well. So if you're facing a conflict about money in your marriage, we want you to take these 6 steps to solve it right away. The first step in this process is to lay all your cards on the table. That means you've got to be transparent. Have you been hiding money? Have you been hiding your debt? Have you not been honest with the amount of money that you've been spending? Are you keeping things from your spouse? It's time to end it, and it's time to come clean. I know that that's painful for a lot of you all to hear, but trust when we tell you. This is the first step, because without this step, you'll never get true, real healing in this area. If you try to overstep this one, you'll only have a partial manifestation of healing, and chances are you'll end up going around the same mountain that you're going around now. So take the time, take a deep breath. If you got to write it down, or if you're a verbal communicator, do whatever you got to do to lay all your cards on the table so you can start the healing process.
The second step that you must take is that of maintaining mutual respect for one another. That is so important. So no name calling, no one person doing all of the work and the other not doing anything. In the beginning of our marriage, we learned this the hard way. We thought that it was brilliant for me to be the one to put together the budget and to implement the budget, because I was a better one with money, while my husband just sat on the sidelines. But we started to have some resentment built up between us, some unspoken frustration. He felt like a child handed money, and I felt like a wife that was being taken for granted, because here it is, I was trying to better our life and better our future financially. So you want to make sure that you maintain mutual respect. Both of you get involved. Talk about it. Say, are you okay with me doing this? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Start the conversations.
And it doesn't matter which one of you was the quote-unquote problem. The point is, you both deserve respect, and you both should take time and opportunities to give it to each other. That's the only way that healing can come, is if you both maintain that respect. Now, the third step is important. You need to find the root cause of the problem. A lot of times we only deal with the symptoms, and we try to address the symptoms and not the root. And because we only address the symptoms, other symptoms manifest because we didn't deal with the root. So why do they overspend? Why did they think it was okay to hide this from you? What was the root of that? Is there some rejection that they're dealing with in their youth? Did they come up in not so good economic situation and they have this fear of returning back to that state? What is the root cause of this trouble? That's what you need to figure out. And that goes back to that transparency piece in step 1. You need to find the root and deal with the root. Address the fear. Address the objection. Find the true root of the behavior, and then you'll start to see a real change.
The next step that you want to take is to make sure that you establish good lines of communication. This is extremely important. So why don't you guys choose a day every single week or once a month where you discuss financial things. So you can say, hey, let's meet every Thursday at 7 o'clock around the dinner table after we put the kids to bed, and let's talk about our finances, okay? Or you may say every 30th of the month or every 5th of the month. Whatever it is, you come up with it, but you want to make sure that you all are communicating. Yeah. That is very important. When you don't communicate, that is still communication.
Yeah.
In the wrong way, the wrong direction.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you establish safe lines of communicating. So you want to make sure that you create a safe zone, a place where you both can come together. There will be no judgment of past or current failures, and you just want each spouse to feel comfortable in opening up their communication.
And because you open the lines of communication, that leads you into our next step, which is to create a plan of attack to move forward. And this is something that you have to do together. And this is something you can only do if you followed the previous steps in order. This is the place where you guys strategize. Listen, we've laid everything out on the table. We've been respectful. We've communicated well. Now let's map this out, okay? This is, the past is what it was. Now what can we do today to make our tomorrow better? Whether that's coming up with a plan to pay off debt, whether that's coming up with a plan to seek some counseling, maybe about us hiding things or dealing with things from our past that is causing us to have these issues with finances, whatever it takes to move forward, this is the place where you guys come together and sensibly think of a plan, a strategy to move yourselves forward financially.
The last step is that you want to make sure that you hold each other accountable. That's right. You are your spouse's accountability partner. So therefore, once you guys lay everything out on the table, you have the open lines of communication, you say, okay, this is what we are going to do, this is what we're not going to do, then it's up to you guys to hold each other accountable, okay? So it may be, maybe you set a certain dollar amount for dining out. Well, if you know that you're keeping up to that amount and you're almost there, it is up to you to say, hey, we might want to cook at home.
Slow it down.
Instead of saying, oh, it's okay, we could just pull from this envelope. No, hold each other accountable. That is so very important. Where there is accountability, there is always going to be success.
That's right. Now listen, guys, financial conflicts are real, but they do not, I want to repeat, they do not have to be a death sentence to your marriage. But if you leave it unresolved, there are chances of it causing long-term problems in your marriage are very high. So take these steps that Ty and I have outlined for you and stave off the possibility of financial ruin by coming together, walk through these steps, get through the conflict, and come out on the other side a success story. And then you'll be able to help other people do the same. Because, guys, think about it. A lot of times what happens to us in life isn't just for us. A lot of the message that you hear right here from His and Her Money is because we walked through the fire together and we came out on the other side and we learned some things. So take the time to do the same with your marriage. Come together, figure out a plan, and resolve these financial conflicts today.
That's right, guys. Don't wait. Let's do it now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. We want to hear from you. Leave us a comment in the comment section below letting us know your experience in these areas, okay, and these 6 steps that we've just shared with you. Don't forget, we have a ton of information over at our website. All you have to do is go to hisandhermoney.com and you can stay up to date with all of your financial details, okay, guys? Also, don't forget, subscribe to our channel if you have not done so before. And also, that notification bell right there next to the subscribe button, you make sure that you want to hit that. You will be notified anytime we upload a new video. Don't forget, meet us back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where you will see the both of us sharing with you.
Well, guys, that's all for this time. It's been great. Until next time, peace.
Bye.